Hey everyone, it's Mindy from the OG Sports Network coming to you live here today with EPA Hoops with Dave. He is going to go ahead and bring us the rundown on some of these, exciting tournaments of the day. Ball has already started. We've had some tip-offs. That's how I like it, right? Where my working days, I can watch basketball on the big screen here. So we're ready to go. But let's go ahead and have a look at ogcappers.com. We can see how Dave is doing. We can see what he's been up to. There you are, Dave. I see you. I see you. He's sitting up there 210 and 189 right now, always getting it done for us. Specializes in total, also doing well in the NBA here this season. Right now, you could go ahead and pick up one of Dave's pick packages to get you through the weekend, where you can get all of his best of the best plays. You can also use the promo code OG20 there at checkout. So we're going to go ahead and I guess we'll bring Dave in. Dave, what's going on? How are you today?
Tournament time. It's tournament time.
I think we could be on the beach somewhere.
You know, it's I love trying something new. Right?
Oh, is this new today? Like, is this new?
No. This isn't. This is the my alternate ego, maybe. I don't know. But with the tournaments, I'd never paid attention to the tournaments prior to the big one, right?
Right.
And last year, hell, I didn't even know the CBI existed until the model got freaking so filthy hot. It was just, winner. Like, what the hell's going on here? So it got me excited about this year to try to model behavior and edges in these conference tournament games. And we've been posting them. Yesterday, there was a ton of games. And I found a couple of things in the model. So first thing, folks, about my playoff tournament model, I am only using road efficiencies.
Right.
I threw out all home information because, as we've talked about 100 times on this show, men's college basketball, road versus home, is a massive performance gap. So, we got both teams on the road at a neutral site. Let's just go with neutral numbers. And so here's what's come up with. The first thing, money line, totally sucks. Totally sucks. Don't bet money lines with this model so far. It is not for filling out your bracket, okay?
Right.
It's 7 and 10. That's the only bad news. Totals, no matter how close of the variance they were, if it's over and you bet over, if it was under and you bet under, you're 10 and 6. That is solid money right there. Right. And on the sides are interesting because in my EPA, I don't like big spreads. I don't like it because when we talk about expected point averaging, it compresses small spreads. So under 10 single-digit spreads, the model is 7 and 4. Here's the interesting thing so far about the tournament, though, in these early games, teams favored by 10 or more are 4-0 against the spread. All chalk has covered. -10, -10.5, -11, -12. It doesn't freaking matter. They are absolutely kicking ass. And guess what, folks? If you want to bet that, if you want to chase that trend, you can literally chase that trend. You can stop right now, hit pause, and go find all the tournament games. There are 6 of them. There are 6 tournament games in which it is double digits or more. In fact, I think, yes, we're going to touch on one of them in a minute. So I'm going to reiterate this because I'm old. I'll forget that I already said it. But that's been the so in the model, though, in the playoff tournament hot sheets, totals, single digit sides right now are sitting at 17 and 10, and that is freaking hella good. I love it.
Hell yeah, it is. I'll take 7 and 10.
17 and 10. 17 and 10.
Oh, that's what I said, right? No, yeah. 17 and 10. Yeah, I love 17 and 10.
If I'm your bookie, I'll give you 7 and 10. That's awesome.
Right, that's the money lines. Disregard.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of wild stuff that happened there yesterday. And we're going to kind of cover some of that. We saw a Missouri State put up a 60 when their opponent put up like a 43. That was pretty wild. And
35.
then we had this next game here. We had a Pepperdine. Oh, it was 35, not 36. Okay. And then Pepperdine went ahead and totally smoked Pacific. Like totally smoked. I was making fun of my nephew, he's in 5th grade and they had to play against some 7th graders, just kind of how it worked out. And he lost like 56-4. And so I showed him this halftime score where it was like 56-9 in college ball to make him not feel so bad about, getting beat up by some 7th graders. But we got Pepperdine is favored by 3.5 here over San Diego. Now, San Diego did beat Pepperdine last time out. So how does it look now?
Dude, this game sucks. Number one, I have no idea how Pacific scored 9 points in the first half. Pepperdine is 361st in road scoring efficiency defense. 361st. You know the only team worse than Pepperdine road scoring efficiency defense? Alabama.
Is it really?
Alabama is dead effing. Alabama, I think, has given up 1 double bagels in 3 consecutive road games.
Oh my
in
God.
college basketball. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
That is terrible. That is worse than the Indiana Fever playing the Vegas Aces 10 in a row. It is awful. Bama do not bet on them going far in any tournament. That's just my opinion.
Dave, did you see the Aces got new uniforms?
Shockingly, no, I did not see that, Mindy. Okay, unless it involves Hawkins missing free throws to screw my overs, I really don't pay a whole lot of attention.
I know. I just had to put that up in there,
Oh yeah, or well, it could be Atlanta scoring 7 in the third, right?
Yeah, it's similar to a 9.5, 20 minutes, 9 points.
Dude, sometimes I swear to God, I just don't even know how they do this. Right? I mean, it was what was it? Phoenix scored 12 on the road in the 4th quarter.
Again, that should be the Suns have to give their paycheck back.
Right? They score 12 in a 12-minute 4th quarter, then they turn around and score 15 in the overtime in 5 minutes, and I still miss the over by 3 points. God damn it! Swear, it never turns out in your favor. It never does. So Pepperdine and San Diego, though, the best unit on the floor here is number 99 scoring efficiency offense, Pepperdine. They put up 100+ last night against an absolute hapless Pacific team. I think what they do 58 in the first half and 50 in the second half. I mean, even the mascot was doing a layup drill. It was god awful. So I'd like to think Pepperdine is a little bit rested because everybody didn't play hard yesterday. There was a lot of guys off the bench that got a lot of time. And they got a game under their belt. And San Diego is just really shitty. They're 320th in road scoring efficiency offense. They're 290th in road scoring efficiency defense. But in spite of all that, I still can't believe that San Diego in the model 77.8 to 77.25. I don't get it. I don't believe it.
Yeah, you got to cover it.
I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. There's nothing in here that I like. Now, the model says, and as I said, single-digit spreads, model is 7-4 in neutral sites this week, okay? So we're catching, what are we catching now? 3.5, you said?
3.5, yeah.
See, it was 2.5 just an hour ago. So money's piling in on Pepperdine. You know something? If you want to bet Pepperdine, cool. The model goes against it. If you want to go with the model, if you're looking at San Diego, if you've already modeled San Diego and you like the points, you know what I'd say? Chill out. Wait. No, because you know what's going to happen is a bunch of people who watched games yesterday look at the scoreboard and go, "Oh, Pepperdine's awesome.
Ready to go." That's right.
No, they're really not. They're really not. Pacific is just that freaking bad. So I'd try to let that, 3.5, 4, 4.5. If it keeps bumping up, I don't think it's going to go parabolic like UAB Temple when it went from 1.5 to 7 at tip. Oh my God, what is going on in
Everyone's like, what's
gambling in
going on with
Alabama?
this game? Like in the Discord, they're like, what is happening? What's going
Oh,
on? Yeah.
yeah, it's called the state of Alabama. You cheat at baseball, now you're cheating at basketball. Come on.
Right.
Loose
Right.
lips sink ships. Now the total on this is 153. I'm at 155. So the model leans over. Again, I just said so far the model's 10-6 on total. So I lean over 153, not with a lot of confidence, but both offenses outrank both defenses. So I like being there. I just don't like being over 153. That is a big number to be over on in men's college basketball. San Diego, I'll take the points, but I still think Pepperdine with the best unit on the floor is going to win this basketball game.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too, right? We talked about it just a couple days ago. I didn't, tally the scores yesterday, but it was a 26-8 to the under 2 days ago. And I know there was a lot of unders yesterday as well. I have to go back through and see where that falls. But again, it's a little bit tough with that kind of variance to still be looking at some overs right now.
Yep.
All right, next up is going to be a Wichita State versus Tulane. I mean, Wichita State, not great offensive efficiency, if you ask me. Tulane now, they're the favorites, -3.5, but something fishy because they've lost 7 straight now, Dave. 7.
7.
Yeah.
Well,
Talk me off the ledge why they're favorites.
Well, maybe this Wichita State road offense is going to be the slump buster for Tulane. Look, Tulane at home, 18th in offensive scoring efficiency, but defensively, that's where they've fallen apart. They're all the way down to 234 at home scoring efficiency defense. Why is this a slump buster? Because Wichita State is 308th in road scoring efficiency offense. They cannot get the ball in the rim on the road. Now, the flip side, Wichita State defensively on the road, 86. This defense travels. So you got an 18 offense versus an 86 defense. You got a weak defense versus a very, very weak offense. I got Tulane 80.6, Wichita State 72.7. So I got Tulane by 7.9. So I got Tulane win. I got them cover. Now the total this morning was at 155.5. I'm at 153.3. So the model leans under in this one. I'm not sure which is the best bet here. I guess I would, because I guess I'd probably lean towards the total. If you wanted to be safe, just go money line. It's probably about what, -140 for Tulane to win straight up at home.
Sure. Are you going to change your hat?
No. That's just.
No.
I'm back.
Oh, just needed coffee.
Mom was just bringing me my meatloaf. We're good.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So we got Tulane and the under leans on that one. Then we'll go to one that's familiar, VCU and Dayton. I remember last time that you're like, I'm going to go against my model, Dave. And then your model won.
Always.
So the model, maybe we should always listen to the model. But VCU, they're winners of their last 5 of 8. Do look like they have the better defense. Dayton suddenly has lost 2 out of their last 4 and have been allowing in the high 70s, scoring to their opponents. So I think this is going to be an interesting matchup here again. The spread before was only like 2.5. Now it's Dayton laying 8.5.
It was at 2.5, and it's already up to 8.
Like when we went over this game, like say a month ago.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that's Dayton on the road.
I get it.
Home.
I get it.
There is a
Dayton
big
was playing better ball at that time.
Hey, here's a great example of that difference. Remember how I told you Alabama's road scoring efficiency defense sucks? Okay, in my model, if I put road Alabama on the road at home Alabama's EPA is beating them by 15.3. Right. That's how big the difference is. Okay. Yeah. And it's usually that way across. I think the smallest number in the SEC is road Mississippi State at home Mississippi State. And home Mississippi State is still favored by 3.5. That's like the smallest variance in that. So God, on paper, this looks really nice though. 47th road scoring efficiency defense, 52nd road scoring efficiency offense for VCU. Yummy. Dayton, 76th. That's the weakest unit on the floor. Dayton's home scoring efficiency defense, 76th. Their offense, though, is number 8. So we got 2 better offenses here. And what's great about this is you know me, when it's under 140 and the model's over 140, yummy time, right? We're over
Right.
on that. I know the unders in men's college basketball and the NBA.
There's still, 8 to 10 that win every day, Dave, right?
Yeah, I know it gives you the heebie-jeebies this week. It's bad juju, but we have a total right now of 137. My model's at 138.6. Both offenses better than both defenses. My best bet here is over. Now, the value on this, I can see why the line moved in my model, but I think the value has been squeezed out of this thing. It's at -7.5 right now. I have Dayton -6.58. That is tight.
A lean to VCU.
Very, very tight. So I don't like anything to do with this game. There's no money line here because the side is too big. There's too much juice to take a money line. Plus, I wouldn't want to. This is a really good road team in VCU. This is a fantastic game on paper. I actually think it's going to be closer than 6.5. If I have to have a second favorite bet here, I will take the 7.5 and VCU and their road 52 scoring efficiency offense and 47 defense.
Cool. Like it. So should we go to the great state of Iowa, Dave?
Yeah, I got both Iowa games on paper here. Now they're both neutrals though. They're both neutrals. These games aren't being played in Iowa. These
are the great state of Iowa.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Why don't we do the crappy game first?
Which one? The Evansville Drake?
Yep.
Only I say that's crappy only because they're favored by 14.5 here. Total 141.5.
And it was 13.5 when I woke up. So now remember what I said.
One of these leans that you were telling us about, right?
Remember what I said. Double digit favors have won and covered all of these neutral site games so far. But 13.5 is the biggest one so far. Now it's up to 14.5. Do your own due diligence. For me, I'm not chasing that trend. That is a big -10 to -14.5. I mean, that's 2 buckets. That is too many for me. Now, if you look at the numbers, though, Drake, 175th home scoring or road scoring efficiency defense. Evansville road scoring efficiency offense 236. So they got them covered there. Here's the big one though. Evansville on the road 244th in defense. Drake 23rd. This offense travels. Now, the model only has Drake by 6.64. So that's a huge variance over 14.5. So quite honestly here, even though the variance is really big, we also have the trend of wide sides getting covered a lot this week. So to me, you throw all this together, it kind of cancels each other out. This is a great spot to go. I ain't betting this.
Yeah. I'm
not betting this. There's just a lot of fuckery here that I just don't like. Now, what I do like is over 141. I have 150.44, and I get the number 23 offense against the 244th defense, who is tired from barely squeaking by yesterday. Watch Drake hang 80, 90, 100 in this one. My best bet in this game, over 141.
All right. Then the next one up is going to be Belmont. Again, they had a pretty easy victory yesterday. Also seemed to have the edge on offense, perhaps, versus this Northern Iowa team. Vegas seems to think so as well, putting them as the 1-point favorite. They have split this season. Big total, 150.5 here.
Belmont easily has the best unit on the floor, 31st in road scoring efficiency offense. And they easily have the worst unit as well, 273rd on defense. So they're a real Jekyll and Hyde team. Northern Iowa, a lot more consistent, 130th on offense and 219th on defense. Now you throw it all into the model and you mix it up, and what I have is 78.01 to 75.66.
Wow, close one. All right.
Northern Iowa. Dude, give me the point.
Yeah.
Give me the point. I got Northern Iowa by 2.34. I mean, obviously these are tight games. Tight games. But I think the best bet here for me is Northern Iowa +1. As for the total, this morning it was sitting at 151 on the board. I'm at 153.67. I think that's a good lean too. I'm not going to post that on OG Capper, right? Because
Right.
it's the total isn't under 140. But the model's over. Both offenses are better than both defenses. If that's where you're at, folks, if you're sitting there going, I was going to bet the over, the model backs it up. The scoring efficiency offenses back it up. But personally, to me, the best bet, Northern Iowa +1.
Gotcha. And then the number one most thrilling play today between Boise State and San Diego State versus you don't like Ken Palm's top 5? What?
Dude, we do Mountain West all the time. All the time.
Well, Boise's already won in this one. San Diego State, again, they were, 14-0 at home this season. We talked about how much that doesn't matter when it comes to tournament time, but still, an excellent effort by this team. Boise State, like I said, 1-1 last time. Now they're underdogs by 7.5.
Speaking of really good teams at home, sidebar, Iowa State.
Yeah.
18-0. Guess they are number 4 in home scoring efficiency defense. They are 55th in home scoring efficiency offense. Guess who isn't close to that on the road?
Iowa State. Losers.
Don't bet Iowa State, folks. That team at home ain't nothing like that team on the road. They are not even the top 200 in offensive scoring efficiency. They're not in the top 100 in defensive scoring efficiency on the road. Are they good? Yes, but are they that team that went 18-0 at home? No. Don't go near them. Now, as for Boise State, San Diego State at home, though, 16th scoring efficiency defense. Wow. So they are pretty badass at home. Boise State on the road, 101st. Now, Boise State's coming off that loss at home to Nevada. We actually profiled Nevada, Boise the other day, because Boise kicked the crap out of Nevada on the road. Nevada, well, they paid them back and beat their ass up in Boise earlier this week. So Boise coming off a bad beat at home, going on the road against San Diego State. Now this, I am sitting. The model is literally the lines. Listen to this. It is San Diego State 72.96, Boise State 65.42. Now what that is a spread of 7.58. And as of this morning, the spread was 7.50. So it is right on top of that. Now, as for the total, it was 136.5 on the board. I'm a little bit over it at 138.4, but you are not catching me betting over on a team that is 18th in defensive scoring efficiency at home. If there's a game to just lay off and try to enjoy it, I'd probably say it's this one over anything else that we've talked about so far.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do other than be proud of your model, that it sits right there where the books are. Sometimes you just got to sit back and be a fan. You can not turn on the NBA. You can just go ahead and watch perhaps the NHL tonight.
Okay, hey, don't get me wrong. It gives me the heebie-jeebies when I'm going through my model and like every, at least not every third game is not really tight. I'm looking for. I love it when my model every other game is tight variance. It means it means there's an edge there. If I do 10 games in a row and they're all huge variance, something is wrong. You are not right.
Yeah,
right?
It's not.
You are not right. So no, I always pay attention to every single model. I want to be modeled most of the time right on top. You and I've talked about it on the show before. When the variance gets too big, it's like,
yeah, what's going on? What are we missing?
It's like, this is going to be a loser. There actually is a cut. There's got to be a cutoff point. That would be one of the things that I kind of have a pin in, is go back and see what big variance, the winning buckets of big variance, and then too big a variance. Is there such a thing where when the variance gets so big to the model, it's just boom, we're fading that because somebody knows something this model doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that in the past, right? I have this variance of 20, and those are like 0-3 on the season. You're like, well, those are just outliers. Like something's wrong here. We're not taking a look at that. But Dave, we know that you've had lots of increases in subscribers this week, heading towards these play-in tournaments, heading into March Madness. So folks, make sure you get over to patreon.com EPA Sports. Dave models every single game for you for college basketball. In there, you got NHL, and of course, you got everything that you can handle in NCAA basketball. So if you are not the do-it-yourself typer, we talked about this. You can get over to ogcappers.com and get Dave's special selections over there out of, all 70, 80 games that he modeled today. Right, Dave?
Yep. So what was hot yesterday? College basketball spreads, 4-1 on my selections there at OG Cappers. And like you said, patreon.com/EPA Sports. That's my gift to due diligence. That's for the do-it-yourself or the handicapper, the personal do-it-yourself, or the people that go through every single game with a fine-tooth comb on their own. We're just a tool in the toolbox when it comes down to that. But this week, 27% jump in subscriptions this week. A few handicappers, a lot of do-it-yourselfers. Already have a lot of handicappers on the books. But again,
right.
If you don't have time for all that, then I use these hot sheets to make my own personal selections at OG Cappers with Mindy.
Exactly. All right, everyone. That's all we have for you today. Good luck tonight. Please make sure you like, subscribe, click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you don't want to miss out on any of our other Cappers hot picks. All right, Dave. Hey, take care. Enjoy your
Good
day.
luck.
Get some sun. You're either going to the beach or the Grand Ole Opry. I don't know which. Hee haw. See you later. Bye, everyone.